Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots. Look yourselves, downsides, search, passes, passels. I'm a useful idiot, and today I want to talk about the fact that NSA spying has a lot to do with corporate and economic espionage, and terrorism, once again, is used as an excuse for ulterior motives. And this is just one example. And a lot of stories just surfaced recently that conveniently all tie this together. And the most recent one is Norway helping the NSA spy on Russia's political elite as well as on their gas and oil companies. And I remember the same thing when the story came out about Sweden also helping the NSA and how they were spying on gas and oil companies. And so it all started to become clear. And then the other story that came along, of course, is that Belgium, Denmark, Netherlands, Spain, all these other countries are part of the Five Eyes surveillance nations. And this includes Canada, New Zealand, Australia, US, UK. And so this vast network is used for all kinds of surveillance. And we've seen all the kind of amusing sides of this. NSA agents using the NSA spying system to stalk women, for example. And then we find out that corporations are helping NSA track foreign habits around the world, around the country, which, of course, will be convenient for blackmail. And as a lot of pundits have brought up and stories have confirmed, there's a lot of probably political blackmail going on using this kind of information. But let's get back to the NSA using its spying apparatus for economic reasons. And boy, the bomb was dropped. Edward Snowden wrote in a recent reveal of documents about Brazil that, quote, "These programs were never about terrorism. They're about economic spying, social control, and diplomatic manipulation. They're about power," unquote. So here we have the bomb in all of this: patent information, competitor information, materials, financial, scientific research, market data, intellectual property rights, copyright. Here we go again. This is the theme of our time, the future battlefield with corporations, with their lawyers and state coercive powers being applied now because we have this corporate government partnership. And here we go again with copyright, intellectual rights, economic warfare being equated with terrorism. And there is financial terrorism in the world, but it's not being perpetrated by these players. It's being perpetrated by the central bankers and the too big to fail banks. But I digress. So anyway, let's look at the points that Snowden brought up. These programs were never about terrorism. So this is something we're getting confirmed. Once again, the war on terrorism is used to justify a police state. It's used to justify a surveillance state. It's used to justify loss of civil liberties and a global dragnet. And so it's terrorism is just the front. And once again, follow the money. And we find out that it's about economics. It's about money. And here's a little shout out to my friend and compatriot Bert, because as it turns out, the German newspaper Spiegel reported that NSA spying includes total surveillance of international financial flows. And incidentally, the program is called FTM, or, quote, follow the money, unquote. How about that, Bert? And so here we go. They couldn't make it more plain than that. Follow the money, or FTM. And they're using worldwide surveillance to capture international finance. And the program collected 180 million records in 2011 alone. And 84% of it is credit card transactions. So we have the NSA scooping up credit card transactions on a global scale. So, and then it turns out, this is where it gets really interesting as well, that the NSA has the capability to actually change the amounts in foreign and domestic bank accounts. So that's right. It once you hear about this, it seems completely obvious that they would have the capability, and this is one of the pitfalls of a technological society and a data society, they can actually go in and just drain your account and on any foreign and domestic bank account worldwide. And this also means that they can manipulate the financial system. So we not only have governments and corporations manipulating the financial systems, and certainly the too big to fail banks and the central banks, but we also have the NSA having the ability to manipulate financial systems. And in fact, this is borne out by a 2008 study that revealed that both U.S. CIA and executive government officials appear to have cashed in on a pre-knowledge of foreign coups so they could divest or invest in foreign companies knowing that their government was going to be falling soon. So a strange world we live in. It almost makes my head spin thinking about how many people are involved in surveillance and manipulating financial systems. And so there we have it, confirmation that once again the war on terrorism is a front, and that what it's all about is following the money and corporate espionage, copyright, patent information, competitor information, financials, data. Once again, I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too.